Whew, that's more better. What it is, JuderzGaming here. I'm back with another video. This reaction video is gonna be on Mr. Nightmare. He just made a newest video, you know, on that Christmas Eve stuff or whatever. Even though Christmas passed though, but still I'm gonna make a reaction video. Check out my social media. Check out my previous upload to my channel. Check out my Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube Gaming, and Google Plus, where I post daily. Also coming up is going to be a mobile gameplay and a vlog since since I did a vlog already and a reaction. So coming up is going to be one random reaction video, one mobile gameplay, and a vlog. Or I might do an Xbox gameplay, either or. Like I said, it's a reaction video, and let's get in this video. As you notice in this video, I didn't do the music in the background because I didn't feel like it. But I might do it in the video. Sometimes I do it in my reaction videos. I was gonna say. Oh yeah, when I start the video, in the beginning I put music, but sometimes I changed it up. So at least you can hear me. I'm in a room that doesn't really have that much light, so when I turned the camera on, you couldn't see me, so I had to turn the light on because the light quality. So I have like a huge lamp, and I'm not gonna lie, I use a huge lamp to record my reaction videos in a dark room. Only a huge lamp. So further enough, let's get in this video. And one more question: you guys have any comments, questions, and suggestions how to get my channel better? How do I get better? If you guys have any suggestions, how do I get better? My quality, my camera, my confidence, my speaking, and my sound, then y'all be good. Okay? And for real, I don't know where all the rest of y'all subscribers are at. Like, I have a couple subscribers who comment on my videos and stuff, but the other subscribers, the other half, are like gone. They don't even comment on my videos or anything. And that's straight up weird because I have 98 subscribers. How in the world do I have 5 views for one video and have 98 subs? 5 views and 98 subs. I should be getting more than 5 views, don't you think? Okay, that's why. Like, comment, and share my video. I shouldn't be getting a little bit of views and I have almost 100 subs. It don't work like that. I'm just saying, y'all. I know y'all busy and stuff and doing stuff, but when y'all have y'all free time, at least try to make at least try to watch my videos if y'all having free time. If you guys are not making a video, then watch my video. You guys are, you are. But I'm just saying, you guys want me to watch y'all videos, but y'all don't watch mine or comment or review on it sometimes. So you gotta do that. Because I made a video, good video, and I only had 5 views, and I have 98 subscribers. Just to let you guys know. Alright. Mr. Nightmare got Google Plus, and he got Twitter. Just to let you guys know, this is his channel. He has a good layout, a good logo. He features other channels like Gruesome Grim, Mr. Creepypasta, Llama Arts. So this is his channel about. Here you will find videos which are most constantly of scary stories, a dark theme list. Feel free to send me stories, news events, or any strange findings from the internet, and hopefully it could be included in a video. If you send me stories, please make sure they are only real experiences. Whether they are personal or not does not matter. Please do not send creepypasta or any fiction. I aim to only focus on real topics on this channel. Alright, so he started his channel the 14th. And most of his videos are true anyway. I mean, most of his videos are true anyway. I don't know why I'm stuttering. And if you guys don't think I'm speaking clearly in my videos, please say something. Say speak up on your videos or something. Thank you to Sheldon J and YouTuber XYZ. I might check out their channel.
Last year on Christmas Eve, I was working late.
That's a nice
I'm
logo.
23. I work in New York City and commute home every day on the train. Since I'm one of the younger ones in the office, I got stuck with one of the worst shifts, so I wasn't able to get home until 5 o'clock.
Dang.
My family had already left a whole hour earlier to go to my cousin's house, so I had to drive alone. After having a quick snack before the half-hour drive, I got back in my car and put my cousin's address into my phone. Halfway through the drive, it started snowing. I got to my cousin's house around 6 o'clock. It was snowing heavily by this point, and I just made it in time to catch everyone starting dinner.
That's good.
I brought all of my gifts inside and cheerfully said hey to everyone. I stayed until around 11 o'clock. The rest of my family left a little sooner. I stayed an extra half hour or so just to hang out before leaving myself. By the time I was leaving, the ground had accumulated at least 2 feet of snow, and it wasn't even done snowing. The drive home was nightmarish. The roads were hardly even plowed, and I had to drive under 20 miles per hour on most roads. The roads were completely dead at this point though, most likely because everyone was smart enough to go home before the snow accumulated.
That's smart.
Eventually I turned onto a main road that I'm sure would usually be bustling, but at 11:15 on Christmas Eve night, there wasn't a single car or a single light from a store. It was a ghost town. But then I did notice the flashing taillights of one car. It was parked on the side of the road, and the smoke seeping out from its exhaust with the taillights giving it a red tint. As I got closer, I realized there was somebody next to the car waving their hand in the air. I assumed something was wrong and they needed help. So, me being the good Samaritan I am, I pulled up behind the car.
That's good.
When I opened my door, the guy approached me immediately, barely even giving me time to step out. He was an average-sized man, probably 5'10", 180 pounds. He spoke in a very demanding voice, asking me if I know anything about fixing an engine. I told him I didn't know much about cars. The guy responded very quickly to everything I said. He told me it's fine. He went inside of his car for a second, popped open his trunk, came back out, and told me to just wait by the trunk for a second.
Okay.
I had no idea what he wanted me to do. I was really confused. He walked over to the front of his car, and I heard him open the hood. I couldn't see anything he was doing since the trunk was blocking my view, and the loud wind of the snowstorm overpowered any small noises he might have been making. I put my hands on the back of the car and leaned my body in anticipation, when suddenly I heard 3 or 4 quick and aggressive footsteps in the snow behind me before I was pushed into the trunk. The man tried to close the trunk on me, but I kicked my feet up in resistance and held it up. I was able to overpower him and kick the trunk open completely. As I took advantage of the few seconds I had to get out of the trunk, I took out my keys. He tried to grab me now, and I dug my house key right into his neck.
Ooh.
He fell to his knees and his scream echoed down the deserted street. I was in my car and halfway down the road before he could even get up from his knees.
Gotta do what you gotta do, folks.
A little further down, I called 911 and reported the guy. I came back in 10 minutes to find blue and red lights illuminating the windows of the deserted stores. The police held him until the ambulance arrived for him. I watched the whole thing, and nothing ever felt better in my life. I got home safely half an hour later and told my family everything. I was still very shaken that Christmas, and this remains possibly the most horrific thing I've ever experienced.
But at least you did something about it, so that's good. Nah, I'm just kidding. Story number 2.
It was Christmas Eve, 2009. I was 18 years old, working at CVS. Unfortunately, I got stuck with a closing shift on Christmas Eve, meaning I'd be the only one there until midnight. I was considering quitting over it, but my parents weren't for that. The CVS was 5 miles from my house on a rather quiet corner on...
It doesn't matter if your parents not for that. If you don't like doing something, say something. I mean, if you know, your parents can tell you what to do, but if you don't like it, like you don't want to work night shift, then just say I don't want to work night shift. Your parents say, oh, but you get more pay, but I don't want to work it. You can't force you to have and keep a job. You can go to that job and say I quit. You can quit your job if you want to. I mean, it might not be nice to your parents, I don't want you to quit the job. But if you don't like that job, how they're treating you, you can quit. Why would you go somewhere where you know people don't like you? That's all.
The dead-end streets. During the day, it would normally be busy. At least busy enough to stay in business, but past 8 o'clock it would be uncommon to see any customers. On Christmas Eve night, I didn't expect to see a single soul past 8 o'clock. My shift started at 4, and it was surprisingly busy for the first few hours. As I expected, past 8 o'clock it really started to die down. The pharmacy closed at 10 tonight for Christmas Eve. Unfortunately, that meant I'd be alone at the register up front for 2 hours. Plus, I had a crush on the girl who was working the pharmacy, and we were talking most of the time the store was empty, so I was upset she was leaving.
Yeah.
A whole hour went by, and I only rang up one customer. Come 11 o'clock, I was already getting excited for my shift to end. I'd been the only one in the entire building besides one customer for the past hour, and I was losing my mind. Suddenly, there was a very slight tap on the window. It didn't sound...
I'm asleep.
About 5 minutes. I'm almost done. Alright.
I'm on bed. Yes, 5
minutes. Alright. I'm almost done.
I'm on bed. 6 minutes. Let's go bed.
No, I'm almost done. 5 minutes.
I'm real, man.
Can you give me 5 minutes, please?
I'm serious. Hurry up.
Okay. You tired? Yeah, 5 minutes. I'll be done. I'll be done in 5 minutes.
Intentional though, it sounded more so like somebody's zipper accidentally scraped against the glass. I turned to look out the window and saw a man out there. Heavy coat on, hood over his head, baggy jeans, and black boots. He was staring right at me. A few seconds after he realized that I noticed him, he walked over to the entrance and entered the store. But I would occasionally hear the weird tapping noise coming from one of the aisles. He was making these weird noises like a child or someone who had just escaped a mental asylum. He started laughing and doing this weird tiptoe kind of hopping over to me. It sounds funny, but it was a straight up disturbing scene, and he was approaching so fast that I actually began to fear for my life. I started walking away from him, and he followed me everywhere in his weird hopping. I was back at the front of the store, ready to call my manager or the cops. Then I looked back at him and saw that he was frozen at the end of the first aisle, maybe 20 feet away from me. His goofy, eerily happy face turned to an aggressive, angry-looking stare of malice. I was officially done with this and walked out the front door, and to my horror, the man started charging at me. No more goofy hopping around, he was sprinting at me. I ran outside the store, too afraid to go to my car, because I feared he'd get me before I could lock the door. I ran around back and entered through the back door, which was still unlocked. I didn't know if he was still on my tail or not. I locked the door and hurried to the front of the store, where I locked the front door too. That was when I picked up the phone on the counter and called my manager, who was luckily still awake. I told him I had to leave immediately because somebody crazy was following me. Then I thought I heard something over my conversation. It was coming from inside the store. I put the phone down and realized it was the tapping again, coming from one of the aisles. I was out of that store and in my car within 20 seconds. I never came back. I called my manager when I got back home, and he called the cops. Surprisingly, nothing was stolen, or so I heard from a friend. My manager obviously wasn't too fond of me for leaving his store like that, so I never spoke to him again. I had as normal of a Christmas as possible, given what happened the day before.
That's crazy. Early thanks for 2 million subscribers. No problem, Mr. Nightmare. Shouldn't I got in here without each and every one of you? No problem. Happy holidays. No problems, man. I wanted to say this is the end of the reaction video. I'm running out of time for the video. I have to do something. But thanks anyway for support. Like, comment, share, and view on my channel. If you have any questions, put it down in the description down below. Coming up is going to be a mobile gameplay, Xbox gameplay, and one random reaction and one vlog coming up during New Year's Eve. Plus, also, I'm going to go over what I got for Christmas and stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you guys have any comments, how to get better with my quality, sound quality, camera quality, please let me know. And if I'm speaking clearly in my videos, please let me know. I am trying to get better, so I am trying to speak clear in my videos, so please let me know. If you support me, I support you, and I'll give you a shout out if you support me. So just stay tuned, stay active, happy holidays, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out.